Where Are They Now? 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Hell yeah.
Wasn't that video fake?
Supposedly.
Really?
Supposedly, yeah.
I don't know.
How did they manage to make it look like actual shit coming out of her asshole? Like, I remember watching that and zooming in. Dude, that shit was real, homie. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel. Joining me on this episode is Jose, Eddie, and Juan.
Hi.
What's up? So, how's your guys' Father's Day?
Yeah, I'm having deja vu, dude.
Damn. So, Backrooms.
Backrooms.
Are you interested in seeing it, Jose?
I am interested in seeing it, but it's going to be one of those things where I'm not going to see it in theater.
Yeah.
You know? It's just coming out. It just came out at a time where I've just got a lot going on time-wise, you know? So,
yeah.
To being able to commit to doing something like that is challenging. So, I have to wait for that one.
Yeah.
Hit the streamers, you know, or whatever, however it's accessible to me.
Yeah.
So
that one might be another obsession where it's going to be in the theater for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tight. I mean, if I can do it, I can make it happen, and you know, I definitely want to.
Yeah.
Just because, like, lately, like the going to the movies with Joseph to go see Masters of the Universe, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was an awesome experience. You know, I miss going to the movies. You know,
Bloody.
I mean, it's cool to, like, you know, you can watch whatever the fuck you want at home, dude, and that's dope.
Like 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
You. No, I'm not.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. No.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That was to your impression of
Yeah,
it.
my bad.
That's what's up.
So, movies, huh?
No, speaking of obsession, I did rewatch it in the theater. I went to the Galaxy Theater to go see it. The one off of Troutwine and Van
Why
Buren.
the Galaxy?
Because everybody at work talks about that theater, like how like the seats are super comfortable. It's like pretty fancy, and so I was like, all right, like I hadn't been to that theater, and even Jose like has talked up that theater, but I hadn't been to that theater in like years, like since before the renovation. The last movie I saw there before Obsession was Birdman with Michael Keaton.
Where's that at?
It's off of Van Buren and Troutwine, like I just said.
What's it called?
Oh, dale.
Like,
Wait, what did it live up to the hype?
I liked it. I did like the theater. My one complaint, and I had told Jose this, is it's not stadium seating. It's like all flat.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like that in every theater.
I don't know if it's like that in every theater though, because like I know they do have. I was trying to explain to him that they have something called like a D box, where it's like it's a significantly smaller like theater room. It has like the screen and all that stuff, but it's got the Dolby Atmos like decked out like with mad speakers and all that stuff. But there's only one row of people, and maybe about 15 or 20 seats. You know. So they have like it sounds like they have a variety of different type of auditoriums. So I don't know if like every single one is like that.
Yeah.
But you know.
But yeah, I went there, had a beer. They served beer there. And it was cool. But yeah, I did feel like I was just had like looking up the whole time watching the movie.
Yeah, I remember that, like being at the observatory.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just like that.
Oh yeah.
Have you been to the one that's like dome shaped in Hollywood?
The ArcLight?
Yeah.
The one that was all by the old Amoeba location?
Yes.
That's closed now.
Right next to it, yeah.
The ArcLight's closed now?
I think so.
Really? I did not know that.
Did you ever get a chance to watch anything there?
Yeah, I saw The Lone Survivor there with Mark Wahlberg. Well, it was a good movie.
I remember going to Amoeba there once.
You went to Amoeba at the ArcLight?
No, I went to Amoeba, and I remember seeing like a commotion down the street, and it like was clearly like it seemed like it was some sort of premiere of some kind or whatever.
Yeah.
So we walked down there to check it out, and it was the premiere for the Bucket List. I think it was
Jack Nicholson, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah, and then I was able to see like the dude that was from Will and Grace.
Which one?
I was gonna say the gay dude. But
Will?
Like, no.
Grace?
No, they're homie.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he play in the movie The Bucket List. He plays like the butler or whatever, the personal assistant to I think Jack Nicholson's character.
Yeah.
Yes, we saw him, Jack Nicholson, and Morgan Freeman. Like I was able to we maybe the distance of like me and you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Like it was very active. At one point, the last time I was there was we kind of went to eat somewhere right next to it. When I went with my brother Jacob and Joseph to go see Ceremony and Soul Surge
Yeah.
and Infest, the Palladium. And it just looked like it was closed down.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like as if it was like not in use, like forgotten of some kind. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could have just been closed, and that's what it looks like because it's Hollywood or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go out there enough to see it, but it appeared like that to me though.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, if that's the case, that does kind of suck because it seemed like it was like kind of like a historical kind of thing.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's the only thing that kept it because it bugged the shit at me when I went to go see. I think it was The Shape of Water.
It sounds like it would be a cool movie to see there.
No, if you sit in the middle, because the way it's shaped, it's not flat. So it's like you're like literally in like a half dome.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting too off to the left or right, it's like warped a little bit.
Oh,
so it's kind of funky.
It. It's the way it's curved.
Yeah. So you literally like to get the full like, I guess like the best view. It's in the middle.
Oh shit.
That's how it would feel with IMAX
Yeah.
screens. Like if you weren't directly in the middle, it didn't look that good.
Yeah. Like the legit IMAX, the giant ones.
Well, even the one here at AMC when it was still open, I feel like if you weren't right in the middle, it kind of looked.
They don't have it anymore.
It hasn't been open, right?
Oh, at the AMC?
Yeah.
No, they're like doing construction on it or something.
Oh, yeah. I know that one wasn't a true one. Like it was a lot smaller than a real like IMAX, but I think I've only seen like one movie, but it's so long ago. Like now that you mention it, I'm like, wait, yeah, they haven't seen an IMAX movie then forever.
It's still under construction. I don't know if they're just replacing it with something else or they're actually putting an IMAX screen in there. But they've had it closed off for like, I don't know how long.
Because it was that first room in the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They have it all closed off right now. But yeah. So we were discussing Backrooms. And I had said I did like it. I enjoyed it. What was my thought on it? It made me very uneasy. Like you had mentioned the buzzing noises of the
like the fluorescent lights and whatnot.
Like that didn't even click in my head until you mentioned it right now. I was like, oh shit, that's right.
It's just one of those things. Like even like if you're like in an old building, like it's there, but you don't notice it.
Yeah.
But it's like lingering, like
Yeah.
But it's like subtle little details like that, like the attention to detail, and like I didn't even know you had mentioned it on the last episode we did together, where I talk about the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
How they build like an actual backroom set.
Yeah, they build an actual set.
The whole time I thought like, it's maybe like a small set or CGI. But I had no idea.
No, they build an actual set for it.
And like after that, like I saw the behind the scenes, and it's amazing, dude. Like it was thousands of feet of backrooms.
Yeah, because I think I read that like some of the cast members got lost. Yeah. Like just fucking around exploring.
Insane, dude. Like, so that just made me appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
Like how cool. I know there's like some places opening up now where it's like themed, like backrooms themed.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that would be cool if it was done right.
Yeah.
If it was like, if you can actually get lost, if it was that big.
Yeah.
To like just fuck around and explore.
When you had initially brought it up, when I hadn't seen it yet, you said that you enjoyed it more, or you like it more than Obsession.
I did.
Do you still feel that way?
I still do.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought about it a lot more than I did Obsession.
What about you, Juan?
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was it about the movie that like you enjoyed so much?
Just that it made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Obsession, like it was entertaining or whatever, but this one actually made me feel things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like to me, it's more realistic. Like something like that happening.
Yeah.
Like glitching out of the Matrix.
Yeah. So for those who aren't familiar, essentially the plot of the movie is this guy, he owns this furniture store, where he lives in actually because his wife had kicked him out of the house, and he sees this therapist, and he just kind of like, he's kind of one of those people that blames everybody else for his problems. Like, if something shitty's happening in his life, it's because of someone else. Like, he's like constantly blaming. And then one night, like, one of the issues in the store is like the power outage. Like, it'll have random power outages, or like randomly all the lights will turn on. So one night the power goes out, he goes down to the breaker to try to fuck with it, and that's when he notices like the light seeping in through the wall, where it looks like there's a crack in the wall, but like there's a solid wall. So he's like, he realizes like he could walk through, and like that's where he discovers the back room. And he kind of like gets engulfed in like curiosity and wanting to explore like what is this place, what's down there, and like he feels like there's somebody else down there, and he enlists the help of his assistant and her boyfriend, because they helped him film a commercial for his furniture store. So he's like, "Oh, bring your camera," because it takes place in the 90s. So they have like a VHS type camcorder.
Oh, okay. So
yeah. So there's a lot of this movie that's kind of like found footage style. It's all handheld.
So, but it's from that perspective of that
okay, camera.
Got it.
And so they go down there, and that's when shit basically hits the fan.
Okay, but when it's not that perspective, is it otherwise?
It's like cinematic,
just like standard cinema. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, and the main character is played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, which I thought, dude, he was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He was really fucking good. Like, as this like just mad at life type of character. Like, and then the therapist, I don't know who the therapist is, the actress. I thought she was really good too, because she has her own little backstory of like the kind of upbringing she had, or she had kind of like a mentally unstable mother, and her experience in the back of that shit was nuts, dude. Have you guys heard any or read about any theories of like the ending at all?
No, but one thing about the therapist, something that I was hoping that you and Eddie would pick up on is the flashback where they take the mom into the mental hospital. Do you recall the song that was playing?
I don't.
No.
The Caretaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So as soon as that song played, I was like, oh, fuck.
I didn't catch it, dude. That's crazy.
No, I didn't catch it.
If I had to like describe the movie in like musically, it would be The Caretaker.
Yeah, because remember, the whole thing is like it's trying to remember things, but it's not remembering it quite right. And the whole concept of that album is the person's process of going through Alzheimer's, where
they recall certain things, but maybe it's altered in some way.
Yeah,
old memories and recollections, like not quite there. It's like something similar, but it's not quite exactly how you remember.
Fascinating. For those who don't know, who is the artist that does The Caretaker?
It's called The Caretaker.
Oh, that's the artist.
yeah.
I don't remember. It's not an actual, like, it's 5 different like albums, I guess. And it's slowly, we have a whole episode on it.
Yeah, that's why.
I dove deep in this album, dude, because that shit made me feel something. Because I work directly with like dementia.
We used one of the songs to end an episode, right?
Maybe
like a while back when I first started ending with songs.
Yeah, because you guys did a whole episode talking about it, so that's why I'm like, oh, I hope they catch this.
Yeah, so it's a whole just really quick. It's a whole like body of work. Like I think it's like 5 different sections, and the first one is just like old style music. Nothing out of the ordinary, just very calming almost. Then it just slowly starts progressing into something that gets more distorted, or maybe sometimes it'll repeat himself. Like maybe he'll have a song from like the 2 albums ago, and it just starts. It's
like a different version of it.
Yeah, it's an art piece to kind of make the listener kind of understand what it's like to go through the stages of dementia or Alzheimer's.
Oh shit!
Because doesn't it get like more chaotic?
It gets more chaotic to the point where like at some points it's just noise. Like towards the end, everything's just muffled, like noisy, and like it's just like you hate it. Like
was that applied to the whole movie or just for a particular scene?
It wasn't a particular scene, but the concept of that album kind of encapsulates what's going on in the back rooms.
Got it.
So another theory I heard about that particular scene is like, this is just a theory, but it kind of makes sense saying that scene takes place in the back rooms, because if you look at like the other like patients and the doctors, like none of them are moving, and one of
shit,
them
I
like,
didn't
just
even
facing
catch
the
that.
wall. Yeah, the only ones moving are the little girl, the mom, and then the one that's pulling her away. And I guess like they say that so she did spend, and that's how like towards the end of the movie she starts seeing like her neighborhood when
Yeah.
she was a little girl, like, you know. So like one of the coolest scenes is like you're in her room when her mom had like the windows closed off and
Yeah.
everything, and it just starts like the camera just starts
Oh, yeah.
like going down,
Yeah.
and you get like, it's almost like you're in an elevator, dude, and it's the same room, but every time you go like to the bottom, like you could just start spiraling down, dude. Everything changes. It's the same room, but just little things like a window will disappear, and it'll slowly start getting like, it's, what do they call that? Like when you have like a group of people and you whisper something into the first one, and then
like telephone.
Yeah,
yeah,
telephone theory.
it's like that, but with a room visually. So you know,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, it's one of the coolest shots. Like it was one of my favorite shots in the movie.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
It's because essentially what the backrooms is supposed to be, from my understanding, is like he had mentioned, like it's memories, but it's like, you know how sometimes you can't remember certain things to the exact detail. So there's always, every time you remember it, a slight detail has changed somehow. Like that's basically what it is. Like what you're seeing. That's why everything looks kind of odd or just weird. You know, like what he's saying with the rooms. Like each level, each time it goes down to a different level, it's almost as if like that memory is fading or is being remembered in a completely different manner.
Yeah, like it's being like not manipulated, but like just changed somehow.
Yeah. Like the skeleton of the memory is there,
Right.
but just like the
But
flesh and everything.
Yeah, the
is-
details of it like become modified.
Yeah. So and you know,
Interesting.
and they do that with like characters in the back rooms as well.
That's crazy. I can't remember what it was, but I recently was listening to something that was referencing something like that, about specifically about memories, and like when you recall them and you're talking about them, like, and every time you bring it up, something like a detail about that changes. You know, I can't remember what the point of what that person was saying, but it's just crazy how relevant that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So visually, just capturing that modified memory over time.
Yeah. And that's, to me, that's terrifying, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it was scary.
Yeah, dude.
Because I mean, I've experienced my like great grandmother living with me while she was going through dementia. And I can remember her as a kid, or when I was a kid, she was just so kind, like never said like a curse word kind of thing, you know, and her behavior and everything, she very much like changed. Like you can tell that she was getting old and very ill. I can imagine like her still being like people who are suffering from like dementia, like being very, it must be a very visceral feeling going through that, you know, like knowing that, like, you know, you see somebody, or, you know, and you're not quite sure how you remember them or whatever, and how things have changed, like the visceral feeling you must get. I wonder if that's like why it's so unsettling of a film, because it kind of forces you to kind of feel it like that, you know, like I don't know, very, you know, like how you feel like that feeling of dread.
Yeah.
I feel like I would feel that if like something like that tripped me out, you know, before my eyes.
A majority of this movie, I was like tense. Like I had to keep reminding myself to just like breathe, basically.
That's crazy. So it sounds like the reason why it might linger because the way that it triggers the nervous system.
In a way,
You
because
know?
I mean, the music that's what you're seeing on the screen, like visuals, like it's just the idea of it is what makes it horrifying.
Right.
Because it's not like a scary movie where it's like a monster, like
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Somebody's not trying to get you or kill you or whatever.
There is that.
There is that.
But it's
okay,
not
okay.
like it. Like there's jump scares in the movie, but they're not your traditional. Like they're true jump scares.
It's
Yeah.
not like that jump scare where like they close the medicine cabinet in front of the sink and then something standing behind them kind of jump scare. Like, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or like there's nothing like, I always bring up like the cat in the window.
Yeah.
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
No, I mean like there's a scene like I had mentioned. I didn't get into detail because you guys haven't watched it yet, but the scene where they're in the room with the Christmas tree and everything is red.
Oh, dude.
Like that
Dude.
shit was terrifying,
Yeah, it
dude.
was.
Dude, that shit. And I think also what makes that scene even more terrifying is like, usually when something like that, when the jump scare like that, they try to make it fast,
Yeah,
but it was
Oh,
just
it
like
just-
lingering.
Yeah.
yeah. It just,
And you
it-
just see the lady like coming towards you, like, what the fuck am I seeing? Like,
yeah.
Oh, it doesn't cut away. Like,
No.
yeah. It like that initial jump scare happens, but then like the thing is still there.
yeah, because in any other like basic horror film, a jump scare like this, it would have had like the person come up to the camera just like with a loud noise, and then it'd cut to like a different scene.
Kind of like in Insidious where like that Darth Maul character popped up behind
In a way.
it, like, and then gone the next.
Yeah. But no, this one, like, it happens and it's just there.
Yeah.
It's still there.
So you're dealing with it still.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. That.
Yeah. I mean, even like the characters that are living that are products of like the backrooms, they're terrifying.
Yeah.
Dude.
They're unsettling, and they like, like in that same scene, like you're not sure what the fuck that is.
Oh, yeah.
You see something like in a chair, like turn on like a lamp, a little lamp, and you're so distracted by that, and like immediately you see some like a lady come like from behind him and just start walking towards like the POV is you,
Yeah.
but it's walking towards the character, and it's a jump scare, but it's like it's terrifying. There's no like you said, there's no loud noise. There's nothing to like, I guess like be like, okay, the tension's gone. Like no, it's just the tension's still there and it just lingers.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then man, and I was hoping, I'm like, man, I want to see more characters, and I'm glad that they like have that. Probably the most important scene in the whole movie where the therapist finally explores the back rooms and she is tied up to the chair.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
And you finally get to see and kind of understand what these characters are that are in the back rooms, that are like made by the back rooms, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just like products of the back rooms, of a memory and all that. And I didn't quite understand it at first, but like the woman with the red hair, like that's supposed to be like his wife.
Yeah.
And I love that, like they're not reacting. They're just kind of like there. They're not,
Yeah.
it almost feels like you can go up to them, like just hit them and like nothing will happen. But as soon as like you hear like something approaching the back rooms, which is like Pirate Clark is what everyone calls him.
Yeah.
You see the still life start running
Yeah.
like towards the wall, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening, dude? And there's a lot of theories on what like Pirate Clark is. And I think like the thing I got out of it, it's like all the worst things about him in one of those like characters from the back rooms, like because like the way she reacted when she ran, it's like all like his toxic traits are in that one character.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it. I've heard like different theories. I've heard that theory though, and that to me makes the most sense.
I saw an illustration. There were no words to it, but it was basically a theory of why his face looks the way it does. The Pirate Clark. And essentially it's because that's the way his face would look distorted if you were to look at his face through an empty vodka bottle, if he's holding it up like that. And then so you know how it kind of just the glass makes it kind of distorted looking. And that like I saw somebody draw it out and I was like, damn, if that'd be awesome if that's like the reason. Because he has a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I think it's just an entity, and whoever enters there, the entity is going to take form of whoever's in there.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys seen any of the original Backrooms videos.
I seen a couple.
Because there's an entity in there.
It's all black, right? And it just
Yeah, it's
kinda-
just some weird figure.
Character-
So that I'm
yeah.
assuming,
Like a shadow figure kind of
yeah.
type.
So I'm assuming in the movie it takes that form because of Clark.
because he's like the one in there. The one.
Yeah, because at some point it changes.
Yeah, and there's another thing that I didn't catch when when I watched it, but until somebody else pointed it out, that before Clark gets his assistant and her boyfriend to go in there, the first time he explores, he sees shoes in that one room, and those are the same shoes that his assistant and her boyfriend are wearing before they even ever enter.
Oh shit, I didn't catch that.
And I think one of the shirts that the camera guy is wearing is like a shirt that he had worn prior to going in the back rooms. So it's almost like it's kind of seeping in from the real world in there as well.
Yeah.
So, they say like time works differently in the back rooms, but I like that theory too, because like that makes sense. Like, because when Clark walks in there for the first time, there's a bunch of furniture in there. So I think it was already kind of getting info or whatever from the furniture store, because there's like that big blob of like furniture that's like stacked up in weird ways. There's like chairs, tables, all kinds of stuff, and it only makes sense because it's in like right next to the furniture store.
Yeah.
But that's the only way it could explain like their shoes being there before they had ever stepped in the back rooms. So it's almost like they mentioned it towards the end. When there's that big reveal of like, there's different portals into the back rooms.
Yeah.
It's not just that one. And, that could explain why there's so many weird things in that.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool. Like, like imagine you going in there and you see yourself and it's only like the first time you've been in there. Like,
yeah, that'd be fucking nuts, dude. Terrifying,
dude. But I mean, that's what I love about this movie. There's so many little details like that you can just talk about it for hours. Yeah. Like there's so many little things, dude. And I've seen like a ton of videos, and every time I watch, like I get something new. It's crazy.
Like it unravels more and more.
Yeah, and that was kind of like similar, like with Obsession, kind of like that, like where you watch different theories and stuff, and some of them just make sense, and. It's the same here. Like, I've heard different theories about what Pirate Clark is. And, Jose's probably like, what the fuck is Pirate Clark? But it's a guy that, it's an entity in the back rooms that looks like our main character, but distorted. He's tall. His face is like all warped.
And the reason he's called Pirate Clark is because the main character's name is Clark, but he has a furniture store, and in his commercials, he's like playing this pirate character.
Okay.
So like it shows him filming the commercial. He has like the whole pirate outfit. This entity looks like him, but like if it was stretched out.
Like
so it's like super tall.
Like the dude from Dodgeball.
The dude from Dodgeball.
Yeah, he was a pirate.
I guess he's a pirate. No,
because in the commercial he has like a fake peg leg.
Right.
So even
it's like over the top. So like it's just a distorted like version of that character.
And what I love that it's practical effects. Like it's a real person.
It's the guy from Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick, dude.
Just the way he moves is like holy shit.
And he like it. That's what like. This is what like pisses me off, man. Like to me, that character was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
He was just so like odd looking and weird, and when it's chasing you, like,
and he's not fast.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he's just like, it's kind of like It Follows, where it's just chasing you, like it knows where you are, like it's just slowly after you.
Kind of like in Halloween, at least traditionally, from what I remember, like Michael Myers was just like walking.
Yeah,
like it was never like a chase. Which is so much more like foreboding and like fucking scary in my opinion.
Yeah.
But even
that's what makes It Follows kind of creepy, dude.
Yeah. But in this one, like the character is like sloppy.
Yeah.
Like it's like tripping over stuff. So I feel like that even adds to it being scary.
it's like real.
Yeah, like it's just like like there's towards the end they get to this room where there's like booby traps set up from like this. It's a whole like agency thing. Like we'll get to that. But like he trips over shit and like causes the booby traps to like go off and stuff like that. So it's like
but not aware of the booby traps.
It's sloppy. It's just like, to me that just shows like, okay, I'm just after this one character. Like I'm not like, that's the only thing I have like that I'm focused on,
So yeah, like it's it's realistic because like if it is like a mindless killing machine, if you will, right? Like just zeroed in on the target, like it's not gonna have that awareness around it, like of what is there or whatever, you know, and
But it's also almost like a dog chasing a car, because there are moments where he catches up to her and he's just like yelling like in her face, like almost like not knowing what to do.
He looks tortured.
okay.
Yeah.
And I've even heard theories that he is the real Clark, and that the regular Clark was like,
is it distortion?
yeah.
Oh shit.
So like, and I mean, like I said, it's a whole different thing to get into, but like the theory, like the facts are, you know, their opinions on it, like it makes sense.
It does, because he immediately kills Clark. Like
And then he's like chasing her, and like they get to that, like you said, towards the end, where he has like this like look of like helplessness in his face, where he's just like more like, help me, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Dude, yeah, like the moment like where he's on top of her,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like just yelling, like he's not doing anything, like like
he could have easily like chewed her head off right there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like you'll go into a whole rabbit hole of like theories and stuff.
Yeah.
And even when you get to like the very end, when you discover that there's this whole like company that's like dedicated to like exploring and monitoring, they have like the camera set up,
Yeah.
and like those caveman pictures, how like they're playing what is that? Did you ever look into like what they're playing?
Mm-mm.
They have like these cardboard cutouts of like this caveman with like a speaker attached to it, and it's in like different languages, but it's just repeating something over, but in different languages.
Okay.
It's like some satellite we have sent up in the 70s, and they put like that recording in it. So
like Sputnik or whatever the fuck or something.
I don't remember what it was. But yeah, they use those actual recordings that they put in that.
Oh shit.
Like the real like historical whatever the fuck that was. Oh, okay.
And I think it's like telling the story of America or something. I'm not sure. Something that America would do. You know, make it about themselves.
Look how badass we are.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they said that just in case, like if you know, 1,000 years from now it hits something, they're able to decode it or whatever. But yeah, but it's in different languages. That's what is playing. So they're, I guess, in hopes of like getting something to.
To communicate with it.
Yeah. So that's why they have like those caveman cutouts with the cameras pointing to it. But that company, you know, there's different theories on that too, because they don't give you much.
Well, the company, they made MRI machines.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's another thing. Like you can interpret the Backrooms as an MRI machine. How like it scans liquid in your body, and like all the little distortions in it.
The way I think of it is because if you think of what an MRI machine, it's a bunch of magnets spinning.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they opened up some sort of portal, and that's what the Backrooms is. That's the way I see it.
And well, yeah, that, and also like you know how you have to be like super still.
Yeah.
If you move even the slightest, it becomes distorted.
Yeah.
So like that could also be like a representation of the characters and why they look distorted.
Yeah, because there's like some characters, like the one guy where he's scooping his stomach out. The way his face looks, like he has like two set of eyes, but it looks crazy. Like it just looks weird.
It's one of those. I'm sure you've seen like drawings and stuff where they have like you know a bunch of eyes, and like your brain starts like it has trouble like focusing on the two.
Yeah.
So they have like characters like that, because even the lady with the red hair, she has like I think three eyes and like three noses. So your brain is kind of like confused a little bit.
It's almost like they were taking a panoramic picture, but they kept moving while instead of staying still.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What did you guys think of the ending? Oh, we don't have to reveal what happens like at the very, very end, but do you feel like it was pretty ambiguous, or was it like a closed book type of thing?
You mean like in the sense of there's going to be a sequel or not?
Well, there is going to be a sequel. They've already confirmed that. But just like, what did you guys think of, like, do you still have more questions, or were you just like, okay, that makes sense?
I had a lot more questions, but I also was satisfied. Like if they were just not going to make another one, I would be satisfied. But I would also like, dude, I could watch like a 5-hour movie of them just exploring the back rooms.
Well,
like,
that's why you should watch those videos. The ones that he originally made.
Oh yeah, I seen those.
Yeah.
There's so many, but I seen those are dope, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's why they like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think he was like 15 when he was making those.
Yeah, because he's only 20.
I was gonna ask you, like, if you think that it was gonna be something maybe that, like, if the sequel is gonna be like a continuation of that story, or if it's gonna like, or if they kind of do something different. But like, you kind of answered it by saying like you could have watched a 5-hour version of that film. So like, it sounds like, you know, they could essentially kind of run it back in a way.
Do so much with it, dude.
Yeah, like in a way, and still have it be something worth going back to watch.
That also kind of scares me though, because like, I feel like it could easily become just another like
Insidious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love this movie because like it was just the right amount of like craziness, and I had mentioned it the first time I talked about it, how it didn't have like the classic Hollywood ending.
Yeah.
Where, you know, and Red Letter Media kind of talks about that. I don't know if you saw the review on it.
I haven't yet.
But they talk about how like it could have easily ended with like the big monster chase and like walls collapsing and like like, you know, that whole action scene. And it's like not like that at all, dude. It has a pretty like sad ending, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like the last shot.
The
like,
last shot, dude, I was like, holy shit.
yeah, it just, you know, that's one of those things that's just like, it just gets your mind going, you know. I do think if they did like a sequel, it would be just it would be like a continuation about the company.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Because I mean, he had mentioned there's multiple portal or multiple ways to get in. So it could just be a different story of how, like, a different way of getting in.
Yeah. I would like to see like maybe one that takes place in a different decade too.
Yeah.
Like maybe go see one from the 60s or
just see what it's. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one is the 90s. Like, it takes place in the 90s.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I think that would be dope, dude. Or like maybe somebody like, you know, they mentioned that how like time doesn't run like the same.
Yeah.
So what if you run into someone from the future or someone from the past? Like that.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Like, there's so many things.
Yeah, there's so much.
The multiverse?
No.
Yeah, you see Spider-Man. But yeah, dude, like, I mean, if you enjoyed the movie, I recommend just like binging like people just talking about it and hearing their theories on it, because that could fall asleep like hearing different people's like takes on it. You know,
That's dope.
Dude, it's awesome. We got these two, Obsession and Backrooms, these two movies from YouTubers, young YouTubers, are crushing it. Fucking killing it. Because even Backrooms is making a shitload of money right now. Like, it's fucking awesome that we're having that right now.
I did like what's the guy from Obsession, the director?
Curry Barker?
Yeah, like his idea, like he wanted to make a sequel, but it'd be like every movie, kind of like a anthology.
Yeah, but like a different genre.
Wish.
Or it could be like a, because I heard him talking about it. There's like maybe one's like a comedy or like something like, but because his explanation of Obsession, like the wish, like it's not that the one wish willow is cursed. The wish he made is what's cursed. It was his wording. That's what made everything like bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, well, you have that character like that wanted $1 billion,
Yeah.
and he got it.
Yeah.
He would have been fine, but he decided to be like, he show up to the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he mentions like it, you know, it's, you can make a wish and be happy, and you know, it's just that he was a shitty person to ask for something stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dude, even on my second rewatch, like I still love it. I still prefer, both movies are amazing, but I think I still like Obsession more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's fucking crazy, man.
And he revealed that the car scene where she smashes the woman's face on the steering wheel.
It's not on the steering wheel. She's holding a brick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's like a longer version of it.
Yeah, he's gonna release it on physical media.
I'm like, how much
shit.
worse can it be, dude?
Like it was so bad. The movie was gonna get an NC-17
because of that.
because of that. So I was watching an interview with the actress from that gets her face smashed. And she was saying, yeah, she had to do ADR for that scene of her gurgling because it was supposed to be like a lot worse, and she was still supposed to be alive, and you just hear her gurgling her own blood.
Oh my
and like
God.
kind of like choking on it.
Brutal.
But yeah, like even in my second rewatch, there's like the whole thing with at the end where when he gets back home and like the girl that like she smashed her face, you know how she's like naked in that chair, and then it shows Nikki. I don't know if you know, she's wearing the dress, that girl's dress, and she like drew tattoos on her.
Yeah.
And then the way she's smoking, she's just like
wearing her scalp.
what? Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! I didn't even notice that. But yeah, like because she realizes like she wants to make Bear happy, so she's trying to be like this girl,
The girl that he likes.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, the both movies, they're still in theaters. I would suggest go watching them both. Like, Obsession is a type of horror movie. It's more like fuck. How would you describe like the difference between Obsession and Backrooms? Backrooms is a little more like psychological.
Yeah.
It's like a little more like cerebral, I guess you could
I
say.
feel like Obsession is just like a fun horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it has like it's fucked up.
Is there a
and
movie
shit
you
too,
could
but-
compare it to?
What,
Obsession?
Yeah.
Uh,
Like in a way, I suppose.
I feel like a lot of what's his name's the one who did Long Legs.
Who did Long Legs?
What's her name? The director.
I don't remember the director's name of Long Legs.
Well, I feel like I don't know. Like I don't think it's that like because it's not like it's so original that it's like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no,
I think it's just like it's just well written and well put together. So like I feel like comparing it would. I mean, you can compare it to a lot. Like I feel like even what's the guy that did Weapons?
Holy fuck.
Because I feel like that one kind of it's like it has its funny moments.
Zach Krager.
Zach Krager. It has like funny moments, like even Barbarian, like the
Yeah.
other one. Like, you know, it has, you know, it's brutal, it's very tense in moments and kind of creepy, but it also has like its funny characters and funny moments. So
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I would compare it to like Barbarian or you know, Weapons too. Kinda.
I wish more people gave horror a chance, because I feel like, especially like people don't take it serious. They just like, oh, it's a scary movie, you know. But like, there's so much horror that with their storytelling could like educate on different types of things. Like the whole one with Obsession about the horrors of losing your autonomy.
Yeah. Or
And,
like
being a prisoner in your own body type of shit.
or the substance.
Yeah, the toxicity of like beauty standards.
Yeah.
You know? So like, and I feel like people don't take that shit serious because it's a scary movie.
Yeah, because I mean, like objectively speaking, like these things are like horrifying realities.
Yeah.
You know, so like things that can kind of, I don't know, hit like in an entertainment way. Those messages, I suppose, like, you know, like it's the mark of good storytelling, a good movie,
Yeah.
like a good product, you know,
Yeah.
especially if it lingers such as this, because it, you know, if it invokes like something so visceral as something that like the Backrooms where you leave uneasy and, you know,
Yeah.
obsessions, you know, like you can, you know, talk about theories and stuff for like hours, you know, like I feel like it's just a mark of a good story,
Yeah.
like of a good product, like a good movie.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they're still playing in theaters. I would go out to watch them in theaters if you have a chance. I definitely want to own Backrooms though. I'm very curious to see what, like, if there's gonna be like because A24 usually they do something
Yeah.
cool.
Sometimes
you
they
know?
have like cool
Yeah. Hopefully there's like something where it includes like photos.
or like the kind of like the what is it, Midsommar and the Lighthouse, like those.
Oh,
special
yeah, those-
editions, like,
oh,
they look like
dude.
books.
I
That'd be
hope
cool.
so.
So what'd you guys watch today?
We went to see the Death of Robin Hood with Hugh Jackman and Bill Skarsgård.
A huge jacked man.
Yeah,
Tight.
that's exactly what I said.
Glotty.
How was it?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It was tight. Do you guys are you gonna watch it?
I want to.
Do you care if we talk about it?
No, you can talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
No, dude, like his movie is brutal and extremely beautiful.
When you guys first showed up and we were talking with Alexis, you kind of compared it to Logan.
just in the sense that it's about this character who like isn't in their prime anymore. They're kind of like at the end of their road, and they kind of have like a
because according to the trailer, it alludes to like, oh, the stories that you've heard about me, the lore or whatever is wrong, you know, like as if it's some sort of like, because in Logan, you know, they reference the comic books, and,
Yeah.
and in Logan's perspective, it's just like it's not like that, you know.
oh yeah, like
It has like it gives that like from the trailer, and so when you guys were bringing that up, it was like, okay, I hear that, but also like it's kind of brutal, like it's a character that we know that's beyond their prime, you know.
because in the story does have a reputation, and he essentially is just this outlaw, like who he says a line in the movie where he says like me and Lil Jon weren't consciously like stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. We were just doing it to do it. We're just stealing to steal. And
For like survival.
in a way, yeah. And along the way, they've had to kill people. And because of that, because he's like so much older now, the people he's killed, their family is now wanting to seek vengeance and are like want to come after him. So like, there's a few people that come after him throughout the movie. And like the fight scenes, there's not a lot. They're fucking brutal. Like they're brutal. They're violent. They're beautifully shot. Like I think it was mostly natural lighting. Like I don't think they use a lot of like artificial lighting in this movie. Like specifically there's the scene where he fights the king character.
Oh yeah.
And
It
like
seems
the
very-
house is fire in the background.
Yeah.
Dude.
And according to the trailer, like it makes it seem like most of the movie is like overcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like that scene specifically, like it's not all like fantastical type of battle, or like it's like a realistic fight with these weapons. Like he gets stabbed and he's like, like it's not like he's in like a fucking superhero or anything.
Yeah.
It's brutal, dude. Like, but yeah, like I say beautiful also because every single shot in this movie is like breathtaking. It's like, holy fuck. Like it could be a fucking poster or something. But yeah, I loved, what did you think of it?
Oh, I loved it too. Because when you asked me, what'd you think? I'm like, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that was my first thought after finishing watching it. And I don't think any other actor could have done this.
No, I don't, I maybe one of the Skarsgårds, but I mean, Bill Skarsgård's he plays Lil Jon in it.
Yeah.
But, cause
The rapper.
yeah, Lil Jon. yeah.
Okay.
But maybe like his brother, the one from the Northman. Maybe he could have,
okay.
but he's a little too handsome. Cause Hugh Jackman has that rugged look.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
like, and even with like you could tell they put like some scars on him, but he was fucking amazing, dude.
He's good at playing like that old bitter.
Yeah.
And like that bitter old man, but also like you feel so bad for. Like he did an amazing job.
That's dope.
But yeah,
Hey,
like
Have you guys ever seen the movie The Last Duel?
no, that's the one with Adam Driver, right?
Adam Driver, Matt Damon.
That's a Scorsese film.
yeah,
no?
yeah.
I haven't seen
So
it.
it
Yet.
kind of gives that, especially now that I'm hearing you describe like the way that the battles look, how
Yeah.
it's not like this fantastical
Yeah.
Hollywood thing. Like it's kind of clunky and brutal.
Yeah,
and brutal.
very clunky.
From watching the trailer, it kind of gave a little bit of that film because it was very much like that, like medieval era, very overcast, not very much like action driven, but with those action scenes that did happen, they were like if someone has like a broadsword, like, you know, in a video game when you have like a character that holds like a two-handed sword and it's always kind of a little slower but does a lot more damage. Like that, you know,
Yeah.
like where it's very sluggish but brutal, like not exciting but fucking nuts, you know. You describing it like that,
Yeah.
sounded very similar to that. So I mean, I suppose you would like that movie too if you guys.
No,
like that.
I've been wanting to check that out. But yeah, like we had watched the trailer when we got here, and I realized like the trailer is very misleading because it's not an action film. The trailer makes it look like an action film.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, and
that was one of the things that I thought when I was watching it, that kind of took me out of like maybe wanting to check it out. Like it was giving so many other vibes that I liked, but it kind of was giving like, you know, how the Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah.
I like that movie, you know, but it did the thing. Like it did like that King Arthur with Clive Owens kind of thing. Like just very, like I don't know, switched it up, I suppose, in a way, you know. So you're saying it's very misleading.
Yeah, the trailer is misleading. Like I'm pretty sure all the action scenes in the trailer, that's all the action scenes
Yeah,
from the movie.
they were.
Like that's pretty much all the screen time of action in the movie.
Yeah,
you
because
get in the trailer.
the movie is very story driven. A lot of it is him like recovering. Yeah, like because there's a point where he's like
Red Dead Redemption 2.
basically like like
Dude, and he reminds me of Arthur Morgan.
yeah,
Because the whole point is him coming to terms with everything that he did.
yeah,
Interesting, dude.
yeah. You know, I'm glad you guys made that because I strongly agree with that. It's definitely Arthur Morgan.
Oh man, I really wanna
Arthur
watch
Morgan
that
coded.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because there's a point where he's like on the verge of death, and he gets taken in by like this community, and he tells them like a fake name, whatever, and they're like helping him recover, and yeah, he's like coming to terms with everything, basically all the decisions he's made in his life, and he's also like looking after this little girl, and even the way she ends up with him is brutal. Like I highly suggest watching this movie.
Does it give adapted from a book?
I guess you could say that. Yeah, I
Like
would,
could you see this as like a book that somebody wrote and like adapted it like that? You know?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
yeah. It's an amazing movie, dude.
Just because like the way you're describing it, it feels like it lends a lot more to like the dialogue and like the atmosphere and like the overall feeling of it.
Yeah,
You know, and like how like when we discussed All Quiet on the Western Front, you know, like that's why I'm asking like if it kind of gives maybe something like that, because it just sounds like it's more since it's more story driven. It must have some sort of substance, like per writing. You know what I mean?
like there's even a character in the movie that's kind of headed down the same path that he has already walked, and so he has an interaction with that character where he's trying to like, I guess, warn him,
Put
in
him
a
on
way.
game.
Yeah, and that conversation, dude, I was like, damn, because that shows his growth and his like accountability of what he's done.
But it's also kind of like a lore dump.
Yeah,
That's tight.
dude, it was fucking awesome.
That's dope. And I know you said like when you walked in, you were telling me about it earlier. You were like, dude, this is for you.
Yeah, immediately I was like, this is a Jose movie.
Hell yeah. I like that.
Not Eddie though.
But I didn't get
He'd probably
invited.
think it was a comedy.
It was.
Sequel to Men in Tights, right?
Yeah, that movie's badass, dude.
Excuse me, bad guys. I'm running out of air.
But no, it's like the speaking to the theater experience I had though there, like I had mentioned to you how like there's like a couple that came in late, and then there's like a couple that left early, and then there's like a group of kids that came in an hour and a half into the movie talking, and then either they were sneaking in or they walked into the wrong theater because they immediately left after. They're just making a ruckus. It was just
Yeah.
like man, like I hate how movie theater etiquette isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I was a teenager sneaking into films. So if that was the case,
Yeah, I don't think it ever really was though, because I remember like I lived in San Bernardino for a while, dude. That shit was rowdy, dude.
Yeah.
I remember watching Bride of Chucky, dude, and there's just
Hell
like
yeah.
laser pointers, people talking, rooting. Like, I don't know, dude. I feel like it never was, unless you're paying for like the more premium, like Dolby and stuff.
Yeah.
But I never have a problem in like the Dolby or even like most IMAXs. I never had an issue.
Yeah.
I think it's just the standard ones that people like, I spend a couple bucks, whatever.
Yeah, but like if it's like teenagers, like or anybody who's like sneaking into a film, you know, I mean, like that shit happens, dude. You know,
I don't remember being like that as a teenager though.
Yeah,
'Cause I would
will-
sneak into movies.
That's.
but I'm saying like being loud and obnoxious, like
that was gonna be my next point. Like I've snuck into movies like plenty of times in my day, but it was never something where it's just like, oh, we're random ass theater walking into it. It was kind of like we kind of planned it out, you know, and so because I didn't want to like miss the movie, you know,
Yeah.
I wanted to see it. So like, and then when we're in there, we're not loud, we're not making it obvious or anything, you know, we're trying to blend in and just enjoy the film, you know.
yeah.
So like even then, like the etiquette was there. I just think, you know, just some people are just like that, I guess.
It reminds me of like when I got dragged to see Batman versus Superman.
Damn,
I
I
was
got dragged.
fucking bored, dude.
What are you talking about?
And like there was these kids that were almost gonna fight, and the whole time I'm like, please fucking fight. Like, I was that bored, dude. I'm like, I'd rather see that.
Damn.
These fools versus Batman versus Superman.
Fuck. Sick ass fools versus Batman versus Superman.
It
Damn.
was Sick Ass Fool versus Edgar, dude.
Damn.
That would have been tight. That would have been way better than the movie.
That movie's
Nah,
that movie's
super
pretty
sucks. Yeah, dude. Martha.
Damn. But yeah, that was a Death of Robin Hood.
So, would you recommend it to the average moviegoer?
If you're a fan of story-driven stories,
And don't mind theme.
yeah, like I would suggest it because yeah, it is a beautiful movie. It's sad, you know. I think
But I think the average movie goer would struggle with the accent
oh yeah,
because there's some heavy ass accents.
heavy accents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no Americans in this movie.
That's tight.
They're usually the good ones. So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, I would suggest it. You know,
Would you own it?
oh for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Trying to see it again.
That's dope.
Invite me this time.
I did invite you, you fucking bitch.
I imagine it's rated R.
That's why I
Okay.
couldn't go.
Yeah, dude, like from the jump, the beginning of the movie, like just the opening scene is like it shows this character kind of like walking this field and it's winter time and they're like fucking freezing.
Okay.
And then they look off in the distance, like on the side of a mountain, and they see like a flame. And you could see it in their face. Like there's no word spoken, but you already know the intention. Like that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And then it shows them walking up to the fire, and then you just see Hugh Jackman's character sitting there. And they're like, oh, do you have any food? Like, I'm hungry. And he shares his food. And then, like, they're going to sleep, and this character tries to sneak. Or before that, they're having a conversation, and he's telling the character, like, you do not pass as a boy. Let your hair down. And so let her hair down, and, like, you could tell it's a girl. Like, and then while they're asleep, she tries to sneak up on him to try to kill him, but he's a veteran.
He's seasoned.
He's seasoned, yeah. So he overpowers her, stabs her in the neck, and he's like holding the knife there, and he starts asking her. He's all like, or he tells her like, next time, make sure you wash up or something, or be downwind. He's basically saying like, I smelled you. Like walking up, like you couldn't sneak up on me. And he's like, your back foot was heavy, like you gotta switch your weight basically to the front, like giving her points, like pointers
As she's dying.
as she's dying, and she's like gargling blood. And he's like, "Who are you?" And then she basically admits that like he killed like a family member of hers, and she wanted to seek revenge. And then he was just like, "You did good," and then just fucking slams the knife into the side of her head.
Holy shit.
Was she
And then,
okay?
like, dude, like her eye, like it shows everything. You just see her eye just kind of fucking go wonky as soon as the knife goes in.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's brutal.
That's
She recovered?
awesome.
She was all right. She got up. She's like, all right, my bad.
Was the knife okay?
Was the knife okay? But dude, like, yeah, from that I was like, okay.
Well, even because like how he puts the stones on her and then it zooms out and then you see all the piles of stones.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because it's like a shallow grave and then he just puts stones on them. But yeah, like as it zooms out, you just see all the other graves.
Yikes.
But yeah, you should definitely watch this movie.
That sounds cool, dude.
Just see it in the theater if you can.
Yeah.
Bitch.
All right.
So, anything else you guys watched? Want to talk about?
The only thing that I watched, I started. It just dropped on Netflix, but it seems like it's like maybe a little older. It's like the history of hip hop or the story of hip hop or something like that.
Hip Hop Evolution?
No.
Oh,
A different one. Yeah, that one's good. It reminded me of that. But this one was a little bit different. It sounds like it was made for A&E at some point. It has 8 episodes. I only watched I watched the first 2 for sure. The third one I was kind of like just in and out. But the first one's about Fat Joe. And it's just basically
and Joey Crack.
Yeah, dude. They unpack all of that.
Oh, really?
Like why they call him Joey Crack, and he talks about his childhood. He reveals a lot about like the relationship he had with this manager, who at like they show footage of him like celebrating this dude's like 44th birthday, but then like him like the manager like unaliving himself like shortly after, and like how that impacted him. And they kind of timelined all of the hits, like What's Love, like his first 2 albums into like What's Love, into all the way up to all the way up, you know, the development of Terror Squad and stuff. It was really interesting, dude. You know, really like, and it's a lot focusing on like Fat Joe and then the people around him.
Did they talk about Big Pun at all? Big
dude,
L,
dude. Yes. Like they didn't touch on Big L, but like because of like the that group that they spoke on, like they show like images of people together, and then they have like where you know you like in post like they put like it looks like it's like a marker, but it shows like everybody's name, and you can see like it's Big L. So they didn't like get into in that episode. They didn't go into Big L. It was more focused on obviously Fat Joe, but then also Big Pun and their relationship, and then like how those 2 deaths were both sudden and like not far apart from each other.
Yeah,
it's super interesting. This I think the second episode was on like Busta Rhymes. Again, super interesting. They go into like the history of leaders of the new school, how they picked their name, like how that came around, and like how there was like beef between him and Charlie Brown. C. Brown, you know, super interesting, you know. And they even showed like where Busta Rhymes goes back to the apartment he grew up in, at like when he was maybe like 9 or 10 years old, and he's talking about like how his parents were from the Caribbean, so he grew up around like Jamaican music and Jamaican culture, and spoke on like how because his mom was working. So he was raised by like this lady that they knew, and in that culture, not dissimilar to like say like Latino culture, like when you're around somebody enough, you know, and they're not a blood relative, you know, and they're feeding you, you're staying at their house, they're taking care of you, they're driving you around, they're your tío, your tía. So it was his auntie. I can't remember her name offhand, but they show a part in the episode, like, you know, like they're talking to him. And it's been like 38 years since he's been in front of this building, and he's just talking about it. Like they're doing the interview, they're talking about it, and this lady comes out, and she was like, "Oh, take a picture," and he's like, "Yeah, that's cool," you know, boom, 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 and then they take a picture, and they're talking, and he was telling her like, "Oh yeah, I used to live here, blah blah blah," on Aunt Mitzi, you know, and she was like, "Oh, Mitzi still lives here," and then he was like, "What?" You know, and then she like called her on the phone, and then had him on the phone. And then he was talking to her, and he's like, "Do you want me to come up or are you going to come down?" She's like, "Come up." So he goes up to this, and he's like, and he's talking to the camera, saying like, "Dude, like I'm tripping. This is so crazy. Like it's been like 30 fucking years. Like, you know, this woman raised me, you know." And then they embrace, and she's like, my baby," you know, like hugging on him, and they call her son, who was like kind of like an older brother to him, because. You know,
yeah.
They call him. He's like, "Oh, his name was like Alfonso." So they go, "Alfonso, like I'm here with your moms, bro." He's like, "I love you, bro." He's like, "I love you too, bro." Like, and he was just tripping. Like, and it was like, dang, like that's crazy. Like they caught like that random ass, candid ass like special moment. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is really fucking cool. You know? The third episode went into like jaw roll. That's the one I kind of was in and out of.
Oh,
But it's interesting though. Like it is still even still like very very interesting. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna continue watching the rest of it. And I recommend anybody who's into like that throwback shit. I was expecting something like Hip Hop Evolution, you know, where it was talking about like Run DMC and like all
Yeah.
that shit.
this seems more artist based.
It seems more artist based, you
Yeah.
know, kind of like yeah, like as if each episode is focused on a particular artist, but it's
Yeah.
all from a certain era. But it's cool because they all reference like their interests and like their inspirations, which are all
Yeah.
like the originators, like the the Big Daddy Kane's, like I can't remember which episode it was, but somebody was referencing like when they were trying. Busta Rhymes, when he was like in the car and he was like, he did all these features once he went solo, and he was trying to like how can I put together a whole album, so a whole solo album on these things when I come up with this hot fire like on all these features, but like is somebody gonna want to hear like a whole album of that, you know?
Yeah.
And he said that he was listening to the radio and he heard like this radio was like an underground station and they were playing like this throwback of like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. But there's like a different song that they were playing. And then there was something in it that he borrowed and he was like, oh, boom. Pff. It was like an ad lib. And then he like stole the ad lib to make one of the singles that was on his first full length like solo album.
Yeah.
And so it's very much artist based, you know, but it kind of goes into like these cool, like, tidbits of history. So it seems pretty good, dude. You know, it's on Netflix, like the history of hip hop or whatever it is. But, it seems like it caters a lot, at least based on the first 3 episodes, people that are like my age group, you know?
So it was like more like late 90s, early 2000s, maybe.
Yep. Like all the shit that I DJ basically,
Yeah.
you know? But as far as anything that I watched, that was about it, just because I've been busy,
Yeah.
like doing baseball and shit, you know? But I don't know if, did you see like a post that Evan did where he recommended a book?
I don't remember.
It was not too long ago, but I read that book.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's called,
Reading.
it's
Was
called,
Is that pictures?
yeah, it's called, no, it's called One Day Everyone Will Have Been Against This. And it was written by Omar El Akkad. It was published in 2025.
Mhm.
The synopsis right here can be, One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This is a 2025 nonfiction book by Omar El Akkad that serves as a heartstick breakup letter to the West, exploring the hypocrisy of Western ideals in the face of ongoing conflict, particularly in the devastation of Gaza, because he's born in Egypt,
Yeah.
and so he has a Muslim background. He's a journalist.
Yeah.
He's Canadian, but then became an American citizen, but he was born in Egypt. So it's a lot of it is like a lot of anecdotal stuff mixed in with like this kind of like objective like analysis of like per his story, but also like being a journalist. And it kind of touches on like, journalism in a way. The book is a personal and political reckoning, chronicling El Akkad's painful realization that the West's promises of freedom and justice often fail marginalized communities. And it questions who sides with justice versus power when it matters most. It had won a 2025 National Book Award for nonfiction. Here. So basically, some of the key themes are El Akkad argues that the author argues that the West often fails to live up to its values, or the values in which like it portrays,
Yeah.
like Westernism in general. And especially concerning when it concerns the suffering of non-Western people, like it like this book doesn't go into any types of dialogue or narratives critiquing like the right or anything like that. It actually does a lot of criticizing of like liberals and liberal culture too. Basically saying like, you know, like calling out like these are a lot of things are not much more than slogans.
Yeah,
you know, and
a lot of
and-
hypocrisy.
Yeah, and propaganda in itself, you
Yeah.
know, and it's very hypocritical, you know,
Yeah.
like virtue signaling, if you will.
Yeah,
The book is a direct response to just like the unmitigated slaughter in Gaza, aiming to force the readers to see the victims as like a us rather than a them, you know, could be through its like anecdotal like lens, and it's like it's very relatable, you know. It blends both like memoir and like a political analysis. And it very much relies on like the author's experiences as an immigrant and a journalist. And he kind of like, you know, touches on different like movements that we've seen, such as like Black Lives Matter and what had happened in Ferguson and whatnot. Like just kind of like in comparative notes kind of ways. Yeah, it's it was pretty good. And the way that I did it is I listened to a version of the audiobook that was narrated by the author. So it was really cool to kind of hear the words verbatim,
yeah,
the way that they're meant to be said, you know, out loud. And it was really cool, you know. He has a very like soft voice, you know. So it was kind of like, you know, like it wasn't like an intense listen, but it's got like 8 sections, you know, and they kind of progress. The first 4 are kind of like a lot more anecdotal, pensive, introspective, thoughtful, and then once you get to like 4 through 8, like the rest of the book, like it gets a little bit more intense.
yeah.
You know, he becomes a little bit more straightforward with the things that he's saying. It's a good piece of work, dude. You know, he has other books too that he's written. He's a notable journalist and writer. It's funny, we can hear that. That's funny.
Hear what?
We can hear you jacking off, dude.
But yeah, no, I recommend it for the people who are interested in, you know, like anything that's kind of like analytical nonfiction, you know, similar to those who've maybe asked me about how fascism works and stuff like that, like those kind of books that I've mentioned. It's up that alley, you know. Like I said, it was something that Evan had posted on his story, and I was like, bet. So I checked it out, thought it was great. So shout out Evan for continuing to put me on game, you know. I had a good time listening to that, you know, checking it out. You know, very insightful. So I don't know, that's all I really had as far as media absorption wise.
Yeah,
Because like I said, otherwise, like just lately, it's, you know, Bros had the travel team, and then he has like All Stars. So those 2 things like are at their peak right now.
yeah.
So I've just been extremely busy. You know, I've had enough time to like absorb like that, you know. So that's what I got.
What about you guys?
I just been watching The Sopranos.
Hell yeah.
First
How
time.
far in?
Oh, first time.
Yeah, it's my first time watching. I'm almost done with season 3.
Hell yeah.
How many seasons are there?
6, I think.
Oh, okay.
Badass show. It's funny, huh?
Good show.
It's been so memeified. That's what put me off from watching it. And then I'm like, oh, they post clips. I'm like, well, I want to know why this is happening.
Yeah.
So that's why I started watching.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, right from the start, I've loved it.
Yeah, dude. Sopranos is a really good show.
Like it's not what I thought it was.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
it's really good.
Yeah,
I think you would like it.
I think I would like it too, just because I mean I like most like mob films, you know. So it seems like up my alley.
And it is that like it is like mob centric.
But I think it's more than that.
Yeah. That's what draws me to it. That it's got like that like appeal. Whereas if you like that kind of shit, you'll like this show. But
Because it also
there's
deals with like
more to
mental
it.
health.
Yeah, it's mostly about mental health, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's Tony. He's having these panic attacks, and he's trying to get to the root cause of that. So it's him trying to figure that out.
And he sees a therapist, but he's like keeping it hush because it's like a no. You're a mob boss. You're like that's some pussy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's taboo.
Yeah.
I feel that.
But dude, it's really there's a I don't know if you've gotten this far yet. I don't think so. When one of the characters is gay,
No, it hasn't got there.
that whole interaction with that too is like they decide like they find out and they're just like, oh, we gotta fucking kill him.
Yeah, because I'm kind of aware about because it pops up a lot. So I'm like, I need to watch this to get the full context.
Yeah,
of it.
like they're like, all right, let's fucking. And then Tony's like says no, basically, and they're like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, you're okay with it? And he's all like, are you gonna take care of his family? Like he actually thinks about that. Like, what about his kids? Like, even though it's like, okay, well, you want to kill this guy because he's gay, like, and because they see it as like, oh, you're gonna make us look bad type of thing. But like, I think the whole him going to therapy is kind of making him want to question more stuff, or
yeah,
like,
because he's really conflicted with a lot of stuff, and it's like, oh,
yeah, it's very complex.
yeah, because I'm like, he's a piece of shit, but at the same time, you're like rooting for him.
Yeah.
like
The OG Walter White.
yeah,
I think that's what I liked about the show so much. It's like you do root for them, but they also do like really evil shit too,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like to innocent people sometimes.
Yeah.
Damn, like it just has a weird way of like playing with your
Yeah.
emotions. Like,
Yeah, it's a great show. What about you, Eddie? Have you been watching anything?
are we pretty deep in the?
Almost. Why?
Okay. I have two, but one of them might be longer than the.
That's fine.
Damn.
I finished.
That's very suspicious language, guys.
Why?
What?
What do you mean?
Could you go ahead? Go ahead.
No. Elaborate on that
No.
observation.
Go ahead.
I finished,
Are you talking about dick?
Whoa, dude, chill.
All right, go ahead.
Dreamseller. I finished it.
I don't know what that is.
It's a memoir of a heroin addict by Brandon Novak.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the one with Bam and Margera's homie.
Yeah.
Brandon Novak.
Are you familiar with like the CKY movies at all,
Vaguely, I like,
or the movie Haggard?
dude. Like I've seen these, but like I don't recall them. Like I know that you do. You know, like just because like I bring around like you and the homies and stuff. Like you guys,
Yeah.
it's something you guys are more familiar with, and I've been around it, but not something I'm too familiar with.
So yeah, it's a memoir. It's written by him and another guy, Joe something. I'm assuming Brandon is like he's kind of writing his own stories, and then the other guy's kind of like making them more. Just I feel like he's
You think of like embellishing in a way?
not embellishing, but just like making it
Punching
more
it up?
presentable,
Oh,
I
I
guess, to
see.
read. Because I feel like Brandon Novak isn't like.
Oh, you
I
mean
don't. I
like-
don't think he has it in him to write like because it is like really like well written, extremely well.
So it's
Yeah,
kind
he-
of like he's telling this person his stories and the person's writing.
yeah,
Like
I
the
think-
Bible. Like it's not like a first-hand
No, no, no.
experience. Like
No,
it's
this
like,
really happened.
It's or no, but like where it's not a first-hand account. It's like someone's kind of like saying it, like a ghostwriter, if you will.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It just says written by Brandon Novak and the other dude.
Right. So it's like a collaborative effort to make it
Yeah.
what it is.
So it was written in 2008, and dude, if there's like anything to ever put anyone off drugs, it's this book. Because the shit that he like the way he describes things, like just being a heroin addict is fucking disgusting, dude.
Do you have an example?
Like, well, the book starts off like in the first chapter, he's waking up in a garage where like it was like this abandoned garage, like / like room. He doesn't really describe it, but he sleeps in there with a bunch of other junkies. It's just pretty much like a hangout, like where they have a roof over their head.
And they get smoked up
Yeah, they just fucking lay
or
there.
whatever.
Yeah, and he's talking about how like he uses like his sweater for like a pillow and stuff. Like he doesn't have shit. He literally doesn't have anything. And like the first thought in his head was, okay, how am I gonna get my fucking fix today? And immediately like he goes into the mind of like it explores the mind of a drug addict like so well, like when you're that far gone, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like your whole mental aspect is just like, how am I going to get drugs today? What do I have to do? But the way he just talks about himself, like where he's talking about like how he, his feet stink and like his socks are all fucking crusty, but his shoes have so much crust on them. He likes it because it hides the smell a little bit. Like little things like that, dude. It's fucking disgusting. And he talks about how that place he's staying in has a toilet, but it doesn't flush. So there's just piss and shit all over it. Like, it's fucking disgusting, dude.
Like a porta potty.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Damn.
that doesn't get cleaned out.
Yikes.
So he talks about like just the effort he's putting into the, waking up and like, okay, what do I got to do? And then he talks about how he can't get out of the garage because he can't lift the door. It's not I don't think it has power.
Yeah. Because he is alluding to basically this is like a.
He's extreme.
He's squatting. This is a place where people are squatting, but it's not like a place where like they're paying for utilities and shit.
Yeah, no.
Got
it's
it.
just a place that I guess nobody has noticed I'm squatting, so nobody, like it's safe for them because cops don't bug them there. But he talks, he's very malnourished. Like he could barely lift the garage door open. So he talks about how like that was a whole like hurdle to overcome just getting out of the garage. Yikes. And like once he's out, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to my mom's and try to, come up with the story about, I need in advance, like I need just $20 for gas for to get to my job tomorrow. Just, lying is like a huge part of being a drug addict.
Yeah,
being a homeless drug addict, and and he talks about how like he made his way to his mom's house and immediately like after seeing your family. Not seeing your family for so long, instead of your first thought being like, oh man, I miss them, like it's good to be home, like it's like okay, what am I gonna tell him to get money? And it starts off with him going to the house and then he immediately like pissed because his brother and sister are there and he's thinking like, okay, that's gonna be another hurdle,
an obstacle.
Yeah, to get because
they're gonna call him out or whatever however the conversation,
or just give his mom shit. Like,
yeah,
blah blah. So he's just talking about like how he just, doesn't want to deal with it, but he's, he needs the money, so he's just gonna go. And he's like
that's
talking about
crazy.
Like when his sister goes to hug him, she's like, I don't even know how she like could even hug me considering how bad I smell. Like,
oh wow,
yeah, he goes into all the little details that you don't really think about, like being homeless, not showering for God knows how many weeks.
That's crazy you mention this because like we have mutual friends,
mm-hmm.
more than a couple that are unhoused or have been unhoused and have been on drugs, very similar things that they've like shared with us,
yeah,
damn, that's like to have to kind of to hear like the perspective of somebody who's like going through like a day in a life of an addict, crazy, bro.
Yeah, dude. But he goes into like detail about like, things that he's done in the past to get money. And some of them are bad, dude. Like he talks about how he got picked up by this old dude that would give him like $40 to pretty much like have oral sex with him. And he wasn't gay. Like, he was just like,
no,
I'm willing to give up everything, like any pride, anything. I'm so addicted and I need this drug so bad that I'm willing to let this disgusting man take advantage of me. And it goes into detail about every little thing. He's talking about how like I'm not gay and I was like disgusted the whole time, but like he still got a boner during it. He's like, I don't even know how the body works, like, but it just happened.
Oh
Like
shit!
it goes,
That's
like it's very graphic.
crazy,
It's
dude.
so crazy, dude. And the whole time you just feel fucking terrible for him.
Oh my gosh!
And then like as soon as it's done, like he's like the when he handed me the money and like after I got out of the car, like I was so disgusted, but the thought of just having that drug just completely made me like just okay, don't even think about that. Like stay focused on the task of scoring. And he goes into like all the little details of how like even like scoring drugs for him was hard because he was white. So as soon as like cops saw him like in a black neighborhood, they automatically knew what he was there for. So he said like he had a lot of like a hard time buying drugs from like certain people, and he talks about how he got ripped off and like just all these endeavors he does. But one thing that I like about like he doesn't talk about them like they're like adventures, like he regrets a lot of it. A lot of it was like disgusting. It was all bad.
yeah.
Like there was nothing good about it. Like no like
Like he doesn't glorify it.
yeah, not at all. Like he just makes you just be like, fuck, dude, like this
Fuck
is bad. Yeah, dude, and he has very interesting stories, but they're all like I said, disgusting and some of them
Total
are so
bummers.
real. Yeah, like he talks about like how he met, eventually like he met with a dude that paid him like $10,000 to like strap like a bunch of I think it was cocaine, if I remember correctly, to his body and go through the airport like that. And like, it's just tension filled, dude.
Oh wow!
And him just like thinking like, fuck, don't get caught. Like, and like him just talking about like how he didn't want to he had to pee so bad, but he didn't want to get up just to like not cause suspicion. He was so nervous and just things like that, dude. But like I said, like a lot of the stories that he shared were stuff that were documented in a, Bam Margera made a movie called Haggard, and there's supposed to be a documentary on like the behind the scenes of the making of that movie, but it ended up being like 90% like dealing with Brandon Novak and his addiction. And and what I like about him too is like yeah, he's homies with like Bam Margera and like a lot of those CKY guys, but he also kind of puts him on blast, like how they kind of exploited him a little bit,
Yeah,
and kind of used his addiction
for content and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Like he describes one scene where he's at Bam's house and like Bam was letting him live there for a little bit. So he would hide his drugs. Like he hid one in a bush outside the house, and there was at one point where he was just looking through it, and then Ryan Dunn had came up to him like, "Hey, like what the fuck are you doing? Like it's very obvious like you're looking for drugs in there." And he was like confused. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like Ryan Dunn has never talked to me about my addiction or anything. Like, so he just thought it was weird, like random. Like, why out of everyone, why is Ryan Dunn coming up to me? And he was just confused.
Like, he doesn't know him like that.
Yeah, he doesn't know him like that. I'm like, why do you care? Like, he even tells him like, why the fuck do you care? And I guess he ends up like looking over his shoulder and like through the window, like Bam is like holding a camera, like getting footage for the documentary.
Oh shit!
So it's just like little things like that, like you kind of realize like I think a lot of his surroundings weren't helping him either.
Yeah, because like people were egging him on.
Yeah, and this guy was like destined to be like the next like biggest like skateboarder. Like he was amazing as a kid,
Just got caught up in the shit.
In drugs and because he even talks about how like Bam was kind of like jealous of him. And like Bam was always saw him as like, oh, that was supposed to be me, Brandon Novak. Like I was supposed to be like that kid and blah blah blah. And then eventually like it went like full circle where Bam was the one that took off and Brandon just threw everything away for drugs. And he talks about that. He talks about how like eventually like he was kind of like happy that his dreams fell apart because now he can just focus on drugs. And he gave up like sponsorships, like all kinds of stuff. He got kicked out of like the Peralta team because he was, everyone was putting the work, like skateboarders, like they work really hard, dude. Like it's not just like an easy thing. Like they're practicing every day. They're kind of like pushing themselves. That's why you have a team,
like any other athlete.
Yeah. Same thing. You have to practice. And he just wasn't doing that. He just wanted to
Get high.
Yeah, and he talks about like how the first time he shot up was because he was at the hospital, and one of his friends came by and he's like, "Oh, dude, you got a UV? What is it called?
Syringe.
Yeah, it's already like in his vein.
Yeah.
So
Like where they just kind of connect it and then they inject.
yeah, so it has like that little drip thing,
Yeah,
all that. So he's like, I never I always smoked it. So he's like, oh no, this is gonna hit you way harder. It's gonna be better for you. So he like put heroin in the little UV thing, and he said that it was like the most high he's ever been, and from there on, like he just shot up every single time after that. And
Damn.
yeah, dude.
That's crazy because I remember I've heard from homies. I've heard it before, where it's like it's chasing that first high
Yeah.
over and over,
Yeah,
like every time it's chasing that first time.
yeah, and he talks about like his girlfriend, like his first like real girlfriend that he was just madly in love with, and like it was kind of his fault that she got addicted, and eventually like she started selling her body, for drugs,
Right. And he like blames himself for it.
yeah, and like the thing about
wow.
everything, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the whole thing is like terrifying, dude, and like, even if like you've never dealt with addiction or anything like that, like it just looking at it through like, like if Juan was to read it, like, or like it's so interesting because like you can't even wrap your head about like being that addicted to something that's just making your whole life fall apart,
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is, this story sounds too familiar. Like we know too many people that have been through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing. Like like we've, like you said, we have like a lot of friends that, were at one point addicts or still
Or
are.
sometimes, yeah. Some of them are still, struggling with it.
And, I think a lot of them too, because they're our friends, they don't tell us everything.
Yeah.
And I think because, he had a chance to put it in a book. Like I'm telling you, he tells like the grossest, most graphic stuff, like
Yeah.
how like, just everything, like just makes it like it just makes the drug sound like the most unappealing thing ever.
Did you read or know or do you know anything about like some of the commentary about the book, like say from like say Bam's perspective, or like somebody who feels like that maybe that book, like do you know if anybody like has thought like, oh, like this, like it's maybe casting too much shade on them or something?
I don't think so, because it's just honest, dude. I mean, I haven't heard. I think if I remember correctly, just because it's been a while since I started it, there's a little like a pre-chapter to everything where it's like Bam talking about it.
Oh, like prelude?
And he doesn't just throw shade. He talks about living with Bam and his parents and how they took him in, and how it was his fault that they eventually kicked him out because he was stealing from them. Like he said, it gets to a point where his mom's like has to carry her purse around or hide it from him because of that. He was just stealing everything.
Crazy, dude.
And he talks about how he's so honest, dude. Like how he would steal from Bam. He's like, when they weren't home, I would go in the garage where he had like all the sponsorship stuff, skateboards, sunglasses, merch, things like that. And he's like, I would just steal it, go to like the local skate park and just sell it for super cheap.
Which is something that I've been privileged to have like been told from people who like are close to me who are addicts, who have been addicts, like doing something like that, like, and then the people who were those who were stolen from,
yeah, dude,
like it's bad, dude. Like it's so bad.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like,
yeah, and he talks about like stealing from his mom too. Like,
yeah,
just pretty much taking advantage of everyone he could.
So it's like super candid, super like not holding, as per what you're reading, not holding anything back.
Yeah, you could tell he had to put a front. Well, the reason it's called Dreamseller, he kind of talks about it because he's like, an addict will sell you a dream just to get their fix.
Yep.
They'll tell you what you need to hear. Like they'll,
Got it.
To get spare change.
Yeah. Because like the kind of drugs that these people are after, like they're not, like a lot of the time they're not expensive.
No. $10,
Yeah, they're on the, like like meth and heroin and stuff like that, like it's not as expensive as things like cocaine and stuff like that.
Or even marijuana, you know?
Yeah, no, for real talk.
Yeah.
You know,
And yeah, it's cheap and it's like destructive as hell.
yeah,
so,
but it's like the most destructive.
yeah.
They're gonna say and do whatever it takes to get their hands on it. So.
Yeah,
So-
very sad, dude.
Yeah, so at the very end of the book, it ends with at the very beginning when he I mentioned that how it's like a mission to get out of the garage. He bumps into a friend that it has told him many times, like, I'll be your sponsor if you let me. You know, like, no matter where you are, here's my phone number. Like, I will stop what I'm doing. I'll pick you up and I'll take you to a rehab spot. I can't remember the guy's name, but you know, he's making it very clear, Brandon, if you're ever in trouble, anything, just call me. Like, I'll be your sponsor. I'll be there for you. And
Like a typical like AA type
yeah,
sponsor.
yeah. So eventually he gets that low point where he just like, okay, I need to do this. And he talks about like one specific time in a rehab, even though he's been a bunch of times before. And
You're right.
He even talks about like he when he got there this time, he didn't even call his mom because he didn't want to disappoint her. He's like, I'm probably not gonna sober up.
Oh, because like every other time, like it's just like, oh, hey mom, I went to rehab. Okay.
Yeah, well, she was always like, he talks about how supportive she was, and every time, but he's like, I don't want to make her cry because I don't want to get her hopes up, and then
Because
you know,
every other time,
I felt every time. But at the very end of that of the book, it talks about how that guy that was going to sponsor him got in like the worst case situation where he ended up with a huge bag of heroin by himself, even though he was technically like, you know, sober for this many years.
so long or whatever.
Yeah, to the point where he ended up dying. He overdosed.
Because he had so much.
I think it was like a matter of a couple of days where he did it,
okay.
and he overdosed. So it ends like that. So it was just like, you know, it ends with Brandon Novak laying in bed with like his girlfriend, like kind of like comforting each other, and that's where like the OG book kind of ended, where so it doesn't have a happy ending. He doesn't get sober. He, you know, and he talks about like there's a little epilogue at the end where he's kind of chewing out the other writer. He's like, why the fuck did you put that at the end of the book where, you know, I didn't get sober? And he's like, because you didn't. And that's part of the ending too. So then the book was written in 2008. So I think it was 2017 they added to it. You know, it was
okay.
a
Like
couple years later
like amended or whatever.
where he was sober at
Okay.
that point. So it was like an update. So, but I think what made the book popular in the first place was because it didn't have a happy ending. It was just a memoir of a drug addict that is still a drug addict at the end of it.
It's not a story, like a linear story. Like it's like, so it's not like, you know, or climaxes and, you know, there's an ending. It's just, it's thoughts and pensiveness of this person who's gone through this experience.
Yeah. And,
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah, and like I said, it ends with him still being addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
But there's like I said, there's an update where he eventually does get clean. But that wasn't part of the original book.
Oh, okay.
And then I think in
Damn, had a DLC.
yeah, you had to download it, dude. But I think it was in 2023 where he had recorded the audio. So it's on Spotify and it's actually him reading the book.
Oh my gosh, dude.
So
I'm gonna do that one.
It's a good book, dude. It's not that long. I think total was like 7 hours.
Is that the one you listen to it?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's the one you listen to. It was him narrating.
Yeah.
Doesn't it hit different, right?
It's a whole different thing when it's like, you know, it's the actual person.
Yeah, like because I mean, like they're saying it how it's written, you know, like the oomph behind it, I suppose. You know? That's tight, dude.
Yeah, it's a good book, dude. I mean, I feel like they should almost even like kind of like show this to kids in high school, dude, because like
Cautionary tale type shit.
Yeah,
Off top, dude. Like, okay, so like it's pretty vulgar, I suppose.
That's the thing. Yeah,
right?
I think it's too graphic, but I feel like.
I feel like nowadays high school kids like could manage that, dude. You know,
Look at Fidel. He was watching Two Girls, One Cup, dude.
I'm watching it right now.
I was like in 5th grade watching that shit.
yikes.
That didn't come out when I was in 5th grade. I think Victor showed me that actually.
What, middle school?
Probably.
I don't know who showed me that video.
Uh-huh.
It was probably Evan. Evan, was it you? Let me know.
Yeah, I that's how I think I might have seen it. Like Evan or
Omar.
Omar or Kyle or something like that. Somebody like that.
It was the 2 girls, 1 cup, the 1 guy, 1 jar, Pain Olympics.
Rotten.com.
Yeah. The Pain Olympics, dude.
That's the one that I just don't understand, dude.
Oh, you know what? I did watch something else recently. I stumbled on like I stumbled on like
Hold on.
from
But can it be quick or do you want to save it?
it's gonna be quick.
Okay.
Right? It's gonna be quick. It was on. I stumbled on through Reddit. I was browsing through Reddit, and I follow one of the subs that is a Airbnb Reddit, and somebody was talking about like a problem where they had like a guest that started claiming like squatters' rights and what to do about it, and then somebody in the comments. So it piqued my interest. So I looked in the. I was went through the comments, and then somebody was like, "Oh, this had happened before. Check this out," and they put a link to this person who a YouTube channel, Asian Andy. Are you guys familiar with this at all?
Is
No.
that bald guy? Or no?
No.
Okay, never mind.
So that this woman has this Airbnb, this house that she Airbnb somehow. It seems like she does like per room, but this one guest manufactured this way to claim squatters' rights, stays there, right? She was like, I don't know what to do about it. Her brother, the Asian Andy, right? He was like, oh, I'll take care of it. So I guess they set it up to where she for a lease or whatever it is for him to stay there. And it's him streaming over a series of videos to chew her out. It's him streaming like of him constantly smoking weed inside the house and blasting music, dude, and just like making her life miserable to the point where he just constantly triggering her. She comes out, talks to him, and it's hours, hours worth of shit. And it's super. It's loud and obnoxious, but it's hilarious and entertaining. Because it's a few, maybe like 4 or maybe a couple more videos. And he eventually gets her out of there. But dude, it's hilarious. Like, so if you guys are ever, anybody who's ever like bored, and wants to just laugh for a couple hours, not even finish the whole thing, just watch a little bit of this dude like fucking terrorize this person that's, making his sister's life a living hell. It's fucking hilarious.
I never heard of this.
Dude, it's so funny, dude. It's so funny. Like, she comes out so, like she's so pissed all the time, dude. And he's just blasting, like, all kinds of music. Like, stupid-ass fucking annoying music, dude. Like, shit doesn't make sense. And, like, reggae music. And then, like, it was just like this. It's, like, literally blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt. He's like, dude, I'm so fucking high right now, dude. Like, and it's just he's just trying to hotbox his house, and then,
Yeah.
and there's even other people that were staying there, and he's even in the feed like commenting about like, damn, I feel really bad for these other people, but like, I gotta do what I gotta do,
Yeah.
And dude, she's a miserable person.
Yeah.
It's like literally like one of those episodes of like Worst Roommate Ever kind of things, like that docuseries, but like. The owner getting revenge.
Yeah.
And this person is just literally doing everything to make this person's life a living hell. Like, they call the cops all the time, and the cops can't do anything, and the cops are getting annoyed. It's pretty hilarious, dude. It's funny. I just stumbled on it, and I watched it, and I was like, damn, I was going to sleep to it, and I was like, damn, this is great. I don't know. It was hilarious. It's what I wanted to put on everybody's radar. It's hysterical.
There's a bald guy that has like a YouTube that does the same thing. Like, he has like his own little group. It's like him and 4 other dudes.
I mean, it could be the same thing. Like, I may be late to the game. I don't know.
They
Like,
have a name, but yeah, it's the point is to kick squatters out, like to annoy them to the point.
this
where they
particular channel was called Asian Andy, and like there's and it looks like as if there was more than just this one person
Mhm.
that he was trying to do this to. I just haven't gone past that. It was just this one particular person. I didn't even finish it, you know.
Yeah.
So it could very well be like related to that. And I could be
Maybe.
like super late to the game. But yeah, no, dude, I thought it was hilarious. It was such an entertaining like experience, and it was gratifying as somebody who does like as an Airbnb host. So now I know who my Batman is.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys have any last statements?
Thank you for everybody who listens and tunes in. For those who have tuned into last week's episode, for Punk His Dad, that it's really cool. The song that we used for that episode was a live recording in my garage a few years ago, several years ago, of me and Eddie playing drums.
You and Eddie were both playing drums?
No, I'm playing guitar, Eddie's playing drums, and then Jeff, formerly of ACXDC, the homie Jafroskis.
Shadowrunners.
In Shadowrunners, shout out Jeff,
Shout out Jeff.
big bro. He was, we're hanging out he was playing bass for us, and we just recorded something that we were fucking around with. So it was a really cool, like, grunge punk song that we were kind of just having fun with. So those who heard it, that's what it is, and that's what we're going to use
Yeah.
for every episode that we do that. So, I don't know, lore dump. Just kind of want to recognize that, that it's kind of like an in-house DIY, like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Dope.
That's about it.
What about you guys?
Everyone should just shoot up heroin.
Oh man.
I was about to say, go watch Backrooms.
Shoot
Go
up
watch,
some heroin before you watch Backrooms.
go watch Death of Robin Hood. Damn.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Hey, I was just kidding. God.
Damn. What's going on? Fireworks?
They had something to say.
Hey, you set the
Damn.
fireworks up too early, dude.
Ah, my bad.
Is it one of
bad.
those military exercises that's been going on lately?
I don't know.
Dude, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's rowdy, dude.
Well, it's because 4th of July's around the corner.
That's true. God damn.
Bro, let's test these out.
God damn.
Damn. All right, go watch Backrooms. Go watch Death of Robin Hood. I was going to say Death of Superman. Go watch Death of Robin Hood. Damn.
They really liked it.
No, for real. Don't do heroin.
Yeah.
Or do heroin. I don't give a fuck. No, I do give a fuck.
Don't.
That's,
Yeah, do not.
Yeah, don't
If
do
you-
it.
Read
if
the
you-
book if you're ever wanting to.
Yeah, and if you're and if you
Dreamseller by
and if you are
Brandon
struggling
Novak.
with addiction, like reach out, like we can connect you with places. I don't know, like to get help, dude. Like that sucks. You're
Yeah.
not alone. You're not alone.
You might be. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we'll see you everybody next
All right,
week.
late.